Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's yet another day, a good Sunday. It doesn't look too bright, but it's always bright on Sundays. And welcome to this program from the beginning, bringing you at your doorstep from Richmond Media. From the beginning, what is from the beginning? From the beginning, it's a life experience, where life started from, how far you are, what are the obstacles that have come along life. In every life, there is an obstacle. But how were you able, or how are you able to cope, to endure life up to this point? And where are you going to? Nowadays, it's not easy because social media is teaching us so many things, good and bad things. What are the youth? What are we learning from this? Sometimes we see people just showing off money on social media. How were they able to get those monies? Where are they from? Which source are those money from? So this program is educating us. It's giving us experience in addition to what we've already received, seen, gained from all sources. It tells us how you can make life and how you can be successful, though there are obstacles. But how are these people, or how were they able to endure up to this point? That will also encourage me, you and I, to also continue to persevere until we get to wherever we want to get to, until we get to our destination, until we get to the top of our profession. How did they come to that kind of profession? How did they land there? They can all teach us, show us, help us to also get to somewhere. Today, this afternoon, I have no other person than my own friend, my sister, and my everything. We got together because of our children, and that has brought us to this point. It's nothing but love that she always shows me, and that I value a lot, because nothing is greater than love. So we are watching, or you are watching us right from Richmond Media. Don't be selfish, as I always say. Call your friend, your friend's friend, your family, your extended family. Let everyone benefit from us this afternoon. Benefit from Richmond Media, benefit from our guests, and also benefit from me, your host, Hanna Bimah. At this moment, we are welcoming our dear Sister Omolara Gabriel. Sister Lara, you're welcome to Richmond Media.
Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for the warm welcome and the kind words.
You're welcome, my dear, once again. Sister Lara, when we talk of Omolara, when we hear the name Omolara, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but I love the name. I just love pronouncing it. What does Omolara mean to us?
You're pronouncing it well, Anna. You get points for that. In terms of when you say with a Yoruba accent Yoruba is a tribe from Nigeria, so I'm Nigerian, and that name is Nigerian. And Omolara means a child born at the right time. You see, I'm a middle child, and sometimes middle children just come just right. When you have a first child, it's a bit turbulent, and then the middle child, I imagine, is the right time, and that's why my name is a child born at the right time.
Thank you so much. Indeed, you came at the right time. And the job, the work that you are doing tells me that, God created you and brought you to this world at the right time. Nothing but the right time. And it's at the right time that we are having you right at Richmond Media. Thank you for coming today, Sister Lara. How is your family? How is Mama doing?
Oh, she's doing well. She's doing well.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful profile. When I read through, when you send it, I said, "Oh wow, what a wonderful sister I have." I didn't even know about that. And how easy or difficult has it been from childhood up to now, please?
Well, thanks, Anna. Thanks for saying my profile is wonderful. I would suggest to everybody to write a profile about yourself, so that every time you feel down or nervous, you go back to your profile and think, "Oh, I've gone a long way actually." In terms of difficulty and challenges, I would say I've faced a lot of difficulties, because in life we all face difficulties and we rise above it. For me, I think at different times in my life, there were different challenges and obstacles I faced as a person. I would say one of the key obstacle was also just finding myself and knowing what I really wanted from life, and also getting to be this very individual person is another obstacle. So you're trying to build yourself up. I struggled to kind of because I do have a strong personality, I would say, but also accepting that and thinking, you know what, it's not wrong to have a strong personality. It's not wrong to have your own views or be opinionated. In fact, there's nothing wrong with it. Growing up in Nigeria as a child, the way you were brought up, and I think is it might apply to other African countries. As a child, you were taught not to talk too much, not to be forward, to watch how you talk. And so having that at the back of my mind affecting my interaction with people. But when I look back at God having a plan that I would end up living in the UK, where it's a bit different, I then realized actually being African is good because it set me up with the values that I have, but I'm able to also balance it with living in a Western country like the United Kingdom. So I think that'll be one of my challenges. Another challenge, I think, since I moved to the United Kingdom is breaking the barrier and the stereotypes. I've had, I'm definitely one of those people that would go into a room not caring what color or what ethnicity, what country, and I would just interact with people. And I realized that there are stereotypes where people don't think certain people of color, black people can afford a certain way of life. And it's really interesting how you break those stereotypes, not by getting annoyed about it, but like having a good laugh and making them feel schooled about. When I meet people like that, I school them rather than get annoyed or infuriated. Obviously, quietly, I'm a bit distanced to the fact that there are people that think like that. But I try to use my example to show them that actually it's not the stereotypes you're used to. You need to get exposed. You need to travel to an African country or one or two. You need to be more diverse. You need to read up about other cultures and then start to make, proper assumptions based on facts.
Thank you so much for what you have given us at this moment. We really appreciate your presence here at this time. You know what? I couldn't have done this program without you, but I know it is in the plan that today you have to meet us, and people watching us have to see you. So thank you, whoever is watching us. So we have Jacqueline, Sister Linda is watching us at this moment. Today I'll be mentioning some names that I don't know what you guys are going to do to me, but I will try. Is Ibre Sonaki. Is it right? And Tayo Oyetayo. Thank you, sisters, for watching us. Tayo Oyetayo is giving us, a clap of hands. What we are doing a great job. Thank you, all viewers. If your name is not mentioned here, that means we don't know because you've not identified yourself. By doing so, please just send us a comment and we will appreciate you coming right here with us on Richmond Media. Thank you for watching from the beginning, how life began, the obstacles, and how far we are. That's what Sister Lara is telling us at this moment. So please, let's keep watching and tuning in to the media, Richmond. No other media will bring you this program than Richmond Media. Thank you for watching us and keep watching us. Sister Lara, when I read the profile, a trainer, a lawyer, a change management consultant, and so many things. You know what? You've got the profile is equipped with so many ingredients that everyone would love to hear about it. So at this moment, how is life for you in London? You've told us a bit about it. And how are you able to achieve all these set targets? I know it started from somewhere, from the beginning, from somewhere, and you are moving towards. You are at a certain point. I'm sure you are always striving for better. And I know you never stop, persevering. So perseverance has always been your goal, that you are always trying to achieve new things and to explore. So how has it been? How were you able to achieve all these targets?
Okay, in terms of achieving targets, I think one key thing that I have done is always to, keep myself honest. I've got just one sister and a brother, and my sister, I think I've always used that to bounce off ideas. And sometimes when I want to commit myself, I talk a lot about something to people around me so that I think, oh, you know what, you've committed yourself. You said you were going to do this exam by this time of the year. So because you told so many people, you have to get it done. So that's been my way of committing myself. But in terms of juggling so many things at the same time, I would say, I know my mom wouldn't say this because she thinks I get myself too busy. But I think keeping busy does do a lot more to you, because outside of realizing that we're not just doing things for ourselves, we're impacting those around us. You're doing things for others and changing lives. I think that's one of the most rewarding things that around what I do. So in terms of being a trainer, also being a lawyer in my past life, and also being a consultant, I think the most rewarding is being able to give back or see people's lives change, and that really just inspires me to just want to keep going. In terms of in terms of trajectory around how I want to progress and what I want to do, I'm certainly one of, and I'm sure a lot of people are like me. I make a list every time. 50 things 50 things I want to do before I'm 50. Some people don't find it realistic. I find it like something that keeps me honest with myself, but I'm not too hard on myself. Why do with this kind of list is I would tell myself, if I achieve 10% of this, that is an achievement in itself. So for me, another way I've kept myself going is also to celebrate my not my success. So I don't always just think about success as an end goal. I think about success as progression. So far, you're not standing still and you're moving. It might be small steps, but you're moving. And that's how I've tried to encourage myself. And I think for most people in the world where we are oriented to look at end results, we kind of miss the point where people have put in the effort. They don't necessarily get an end result as quick as they want, but they're getting there. And so that's been another strategy for me as well.
Thank you so much. Uh, you know, So many people are on the platform today. There is a competition. I can see my Niger friend family are really, really, really coming up. That's what I want to see you. Other countries, what are you doing, sister? And the Ghanaians are also coming small, small. Please. um unique touch Unique touch hair extension. That's Sister Amma Mrs. Apia. Say hi. Thank you for watching us, and we do appreciate you. Olufunto Segun says, well done, Lara. Thank you, Olufunto, for joining us this afternoon. Tayo Oyetayo says, amazing conversation. Thank you, Sister Tayo, for joining us today. Kemi Aka is giving us a clap that shows that we are doing a good job. Thank you, sister, for giving us that clap. Kemi says, well done, Lara. Sister Linda, Jacqueline says, wow, your introduction was touching. Thank you for sharing, Sister Lara. Everyone is amazed to have you this afternoon. And Hanna Bimah, that's my own son, Abrim Paul, is saying, well done, mommy. Thank you so much, Abrim Paul, for supporting your mom to do this work. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate the fact that you are calm and you are not distracting us. Thank you for that. Well done, baby. I love you so much. And Tayo Oyetayo says, commit yourself to same thing. That's number one. Number two, do something for others that changes lives. And number three says, make a list, but don't be too hard on yourself. Celebrate your progress. Celebrate your achievement. Thank you so much, Tayo Oyetayo, for giving us all this. And Kemi says, hey, Kemi is being the number one now. Hey, love this. Very encouraging. Thank you. Friends and family, you are watching us right from Richmond Media, bringing you good news from the beginning, where life began, how far we have been, and where we are going. But if you continue to watch us and to listen to us, you will know where we will get to. Without you, this program cannot come on. So please help us to help others by liking the program, sharing the program. Tell your friends to keep watching us. Call everyone who is not here to come and join us this afternoon, because we have a good news given to them from Sister Lara. As you can see from the introduction, you can see that, yes, indeed, she is really equipped, a woman with substance. Thank you for coming, Sister Lara. As we move on to our conversation, our experiences that we are sharing today, right from Richmond Media. Who has been your inspiration and motivator in life? I know Mommy is there, but I don't know if she has been or if she is the one. Has there been other people? Have there been other people that are also supporting you? Let us know, because when we know all this, when people are struggling in life, they know and they don't know who to attend to. They will know that, oh, when Sister Lara got to this point, she attended to this person that helped her. So I think I might also have someone that I can also discuss my career or to seek help from. Thank you, Sister Lara.
Well, thanks so much, Anna. In
Well,
terms of the greatest inspiration to me, without being political about it, I would say I do not have just one greatest inspiration. I'm someone that picks inspiration from my close circle and from my wider circle. In terms of my close circle, I would say my parents to start with. I grew up with a very enterprising mother. My mother would delve into every business. She was one person that would go through business with the thought of, I can't fail. And even if it fails, I would move on to another thing. And so that's the one thing I got from my mom. And I grew up with a dad that was very career oriented. My dad is a retired medical doctor. And so just having those kind of two people as parents definitely drove me to be inspired by how they've lived their life, being hard workers, and being people that always had targets of where they wanted to be and what they wanted to do in other people's life was a very key thing for me. In terms of inspiration as well, I would say I'm inspired by both young and old people. I'm inspired by my sister. Reason being that I've seen her definitely move and develop as a person. And when you watch people's story closely, you try to pick things from them. Basically inspired by ordinary people that are being superheroes of their own stories, inspired by people that face challenges. I read a book by Ben Carson when I was younger, Gifted Hands. And even just drawing on about Ben Carson's history was inspirational around how I wanted to live my life and how I wanted to be not just a different person, but I wanted to represent the good thing around my ethnicity. I would always say this: we all represent our skin color and where we're from. So, with that in mind, I'm inspired by a million and one Black people that have gone ahead of us and gotten us to where we are at the moment. I'm also inspired by my son. Interestingly, some people would think you can get inspired by people younger than you, but my son inspires me because he's young and he looks at life on a blank page without any fear. I would tell you this: a few years now, I started to learn to swim. So I had a fear of swimming, fear of water. And I think the last time I tried to swim was with my cousin in Nigeria years ago. But I drew inspiration from my son because he was so free spirited about swimming. I had to get rid of the fear. And that's what I always tell people: look for inspiration in the least expected place. It is really important.
Thank you so much. What has been your biggest challenge and joy for working in the UK as project manager? And you know what? The transition point is very important, especially to us as the youth. When you come to the UK, taking all these decision, how has it been? What has been the challenge and the joy within that period, please?
Sure. Biggest challenge, I'll be honest with you, was coming to the UK and having to condition myself to thinking I had to do the odd jobs just to get in money rather than do the kind of career driven jobs that I would have wanted to do. When I look back, and I think the reason behind why I train people now is to get people thinking outside the box. If you're relocating to the UK or you're coming into the UK, do not believe people when they say, "Oh, you need to do any job." No, be selective because you're beginning to build your career in this new country. Be selective. Don't go off course. You do not have to leave what you're doing or what you love doing. I appreciate if you're doing a job that you love, but if you're doing a job that you don't love just because you think you've just come in and this is a stepping stone, I completely disagree with that. I think you should go for what you think you deserve and then see where it takes you. Obviously, with prayer and preparedness, that mixed together will get you to where you're going to. Like, I think that was definitely the biggest challenge because I'm sure I'm like a few others that probably came to the UK and did a few bits of, working within retail, those other kind of jobs. And for a lot of people that come from Nigeria and Africa, because we're quite educated, we have degrees and we could do so much more. But some of us come here and we are we're kind of put down or pegged down by being conditioned to think we have to do those things. And I've seen people that have come into the UK and they got stuck doing what they never wanted to do and they do not love what they do. So absolutely don't stay where you don't want to stay. In terms of joys, I would tell you there's a lot of joys within what I want to do. I would say especially within training. I have trained people that even from conversing with them, I realized how much the training wasn't just training. It changed their life and it really set them to the direction they should go to. There was one story where I trained someone as soon as she came into this country. I trained her within project management, but she did move into business analysis. And after 2 or 3 years in the UK, she went on to purchase her first house, got a mortgage. Now that is a testament to the fact that you don't have to stay here 15 years to start to get things done. And I imagine her story wouldn't have been the same had she gone through, the always suggested route of doing anything whilst you get onto the ladder.
Thank you so much. So, Sister Lara is telling us that we need to be selective. Not everything that your hand finds that you do. Looking at your profile or building up yourself, building up your profile, you need to have a strong profile that in the future, when you put your CV down, you know, the job hunters or the employers will be chasing you. So when you come, don't just relax. Continue to search for something that suits your dream, that suits your profession, that you think in your future career or in your future advancement, you'll be able to sell yourself or avail yourself for the challenge. At this moment, could you please tell us about what project management is, or a change management consultant? What is it about?
All right, sure. I would do my best to explain that in the simplest terms. So change management and project management are two they're two separate elements, but they're just within the same bracket. So in terms of change management, I'll give an example so I simplify it. So you work within an organization and they want to change their digital infrastructure. So I'll give you the most simplest example. You're working somewhere and they're using an application for collaboration and communication. They're using, let me see, the easiest or the well-known one, Skype, for instance. And the organization wants to move to using Teams. Now, that seems really simple, right? You're like, okay, so what after that? But that's a major change for organizations. That's organizational change right there, because not only are they changing infrastructure, they are also changing the way people work, people's culture. So if you're used to Skype and you're just used to just calling, with Teams has got a lot more that you can do in terms of collaboration. So it would impact people. And now with change, just like for us human beings, when we go through change in life, there's fright or flight. You receive change differently. And hence why we've got change management consultants to help transition people to that change, to give them the support they need, to put in the structure. Because with change, sometimes there's no structure. So that's why you have change consultants to bring that structure in place. In terms of project management, it would interest you to know that everything in life, almost everything in life is a project, even in your personal life, in terms of the fact that you always have a start date and an end date. So with project management, it's managing things that are being done organizationally that have a target date to be completed and have a certain amount of money spent around it. So for instance, if you guys remember years ago, we had no online banking or mobile banking. Believe you me when I tell you that the banks and all the organizations that moved into online banking would have spent about 5 years building that infrastructure for you to see on the front end. Now that's project management right there. All of the people working on ground, technical, non-technical people, technical architects, the business, people considering the customer, all coming together to build the online banking platform so that customers can use at the end of the day. So that's kind of what project management and change is. And within those two environments, it definitely does need structure. Within project management, where it's quite different from change management is that project management is more about putting in the processes in place and putting in the tools to set up to get that change kind of pushed out or ensure that change becomes life. But in terms of change management, you're supporting people, you're supporting the way people do things. So that's kind of the key difference between both of them.
Thank you so much. So, at this moment, we are diving into your life and you are giving us what we need to know. It has not been easy when we looking at project management and change management, and how far you have been, and how you have been sustained, you've been supported, and how you have achieved all these things, as a woman. Eh, anyway, we are in the world of women empowerment. So I will not comment on that. We are chasing the men because we think whatever that they can do, we can even do better. But that doesn't come so easily, not just as a verbal utterances, but at least putting it into action and let it come into reality as how far you have been. At this moment, if someone is watching us, someone is listening to us. By the way, viewers and listeners, you are watching us right from Richmond Media, which is live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and listening to us on Richmond Radio as well. So please keep watching us. Don't be selfish, as I always say. Call someone, let someone to call. Share what you are having at this moment, so that that person will also be able to share it to others. Together, we can survive. We can build new life, like Lara from a lawyer to project management. Is it not amazing that we are able to do so many things if you avail yourself? Lara, how far the Lord has brought you, which I'm using that because I know you are a Christian and you believe in God. If someone is watching us at this moment and wants to know how you were able to get to this point, what advice would you give to that person if the person wants to be like you? I don't like people saying that you want to be like someone, because you can't be like me, you cannot be like Lara, but you can learn from her and you can learn from others so that you'll be able to make changes or amendments to your own life in order to become, to have some similarities like the person that you are watching at this moment, because Lara is Lara by herself. She's not even a twin for you to be like her. You can't be like her, but you can learn from her, from what she is giving us at this point. If someone is watching us this point, what do you think will be beneficial to the person? If the person wants to achieve the same goal as you are having at this moment, what courses available for the person to study? Thank you.
Sure, thank you, Anna. So, in terms of what you can do or what I would suggest, I would definitely say that you should. Sometimes we're the person in our own way, so do not limit yourself. Absolutely push for more. Always look to develop yourself. If you wanted to get into project management, I would suggest there's so many things you can do. I know that people make the mistake of thinking, oh, I'll get a certification and that's all. If you get Prince 2, that's a certification. It does give you knowledge. It doesn't give you know-how as to what you're going to do when you get on the job. So what I would suggest is that you look for knowledge that helps you to understand the theory of project management, but you also look for training where you get people that train you on the practical day-to-day tasks of a project manager, or the practical day-to-day activities done within a project management office. That's really key. Now, that's for people that want to get into the career. Two things. First thing is get the practical hands-on training. Second thing is get a certification. Third thing is surround yourself with people within the field. If you can't find yourself with loads of people, get one person as a mentor that you can go to, a coach, someone that you can go to. And now I think people have this idea where you think a coach usually has to be, or a mentor has to be someone that is older than you or ahead of you. That is so wrong. You can go to people younger than you. The most important thing is that they've got knowledge and they've got experience within a field that you do not have. Even for myself, there are fields I found myself completely clueless, completely ignorant, and I had to link up with people younger than me that have more experience within that field. So definitely look for ways that you're centering yourself around the right people. Another key thing is also just being very aware about your value proposition. So if you want to go in as a project manager, that's fine. There's a lot of project managers out there, I would say. But what's that thing that makes you different from everybody? That helps you to sell yourself as well when you start to get to interviews and you meet people that have spoken to several kind of people around the same job. What makes you different? What would make you a good project manager? I would say with project management, there are key skills that you need to look at how to build. You have to be a very organized person. In terms of being organized also gets you that buy-in from people, because people see you as someone that knows what she's doing. Do you get me? Be structured. Don't come about like someone that's all over the place. Have that structure, have that vision. There's something I used to do. I've got a vision board. Now, that's not everybody's cup of tea, but it does work for me. You wake up in the morning, you've got post-it notes, you've got pictures of what you want for yourself. And if it's that project management job, you've got a vision board with a project management job stuck on it. But you're not only looking at the job, you're also looking at all the things that need to be done to get that job. So I want to become a project manager. So I'm ticking the boxes. I have done the hands-on training. I'm talking to the right people. Now, sometimes we don't have project managers within our circle. I would beg you to reach out. I know people say go to LinkedIn and just reach out to people. I do not think it works. But I know that we could know a friend of a friend. You can reach out to me. I'm saying it. I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot, but I'm saying it. Yeah, I'm really happy to actually not just do the talking, but actually impact someone. So please reach out to me if you're looking to transition into project management. You're changing careers. I've had people that have changed careers from medics into project management. I've had people, obviously I used to be a lawyer. So if you want to transition career wise and you're completely confused about what you're doing or what to do, please do reach out. I think those are the key things I would suggest.
Thank you, Sister Lara. You know what? I don't know what to say to you and how to thank you enough for availing yourself to all of us to learn from you this afternoon. It has been with a great joy to have you as our guest right at Richmore Media, which is coming live on Richmore YouTube, Richmore Facebook, and listening to us on Richmore Radio. Please continue to stay tuned and don't forget to share with us or to your friends and family. Just drop us a comment and we will read for others to also benefit from what you have given us. Your question will pave a way for someone to also get an answer, because it's not everyone who feels comfortable to share questions on the social media or to come in public. But if you have that gift, don't hide your gifts. Explore it by dropping a comment at the comment section. At this moment, I cannot stop thanking you and thanking the manager, the CEO of this platform, which is Sir Bobby, for supporting us. He's right behind us, our everything. Sir Bobby, thank you for allowing us to bring from the beginning to shape lives, to change lives right from Richmore Media. At this moment, as a Nigerian practicing in London, from lawyer to project management consultant, can you share with us or advise our viewers and listeners on the challenges and some of the strategies that uh, have contributed to your success?
Thank you, Anna.
No.
In terms of challenges, I've taught debut on that. I think I'd focus more on strategy so that it would be what we take away from this. In terms of strategies, it's surely been looking for more. So I've been one person that's constantly gauging myself and reevaluating myself. You know, we all have the gift of retrospection. Just go back and think around yourself, your career, and where you are. Are you doing well enough? Are you comfortable where you are at? If you're not comfortable, then certainly start to look for more. Do a lot of research. Arm yourself with research around what you want to do and where you want to be, and start to plot a map. Now, what I would also suggest in terms of strategy is never leave things open ended. I work within project management, so that might be why I'm also someone that's always about dates. What is the due date? But even personally, don't leave things open ended because you are in risk of procrastinating or just moving it and never doing it. So hold yourself to account by putting the by when and what you want to get. So if, for instance, you want to be a project manager or you want to transition from one career to the other, give yourself a time frame. Say, oh, within 6 months or within 8 months I want to be able to see myself in this role. Within 12 to 24 months, I want to see myself to be well seasoned and very confident. So create those kind of realistic milestones, not the ones that put you in a really difficult spot. Another strategy for me that's made me successful, I would say, is my approach to interviewing and selling myself. I've definitely gone through the motions of being really nervous at interviews and being a perfectionist around interviews, and that's not helped me. But I noticed a step change with interviewing years and years ago before now, and it was just changing my strategies to interviews. Try at interviews to show your personality, ensuring that ensuring you're selling yourself at the interview. So you're not just talking, you are telling them things that they would go away and not forget in terms of what you've done that makes you different from the other 4 or 5 people they would be talking to. And I know sometimes we feel nervous or sometimes we feel disadvantaged, sometimes because of our background. But I'll tell you this, sometimes you find yourself in this position. People are actually more impressed seeing you representing certain ethnicity and background in those kind of roles. So definitely go for it. Definitely break the ice. If it's a tense interview, for instance, or you feel nervous, create icebreakers. We're in Britain. We talk about the weather every day. Talk about the weather. They don't want to see a nervous you. They want to see a confident you that would come into work when they give you the job and is able to juggle, is able to laugh, and is able to also do the hard job of telling people you're not doing right. So absolutely go for it. I also help people with interview preparation and coaching. So again, in terms of wanting to support anyone out there that's probably struggled, because I know some people struggle with just even getting interviews. And when they land the interviews, they also struggle with getting an offer converted. So what I tell you about interviewing is always look for a conversion. So for some people, they would keep attending interviews, never an offer. Then you have to go back to the drawing board and look at what is not working, because we need to get leads from interview. When you're looking for a job, you're looking to get, for me, my approach is to get about 2 or 3 offers to be able to compare. And that's what you absolutely want to be doing. You want to have the bargaining power. As much as you think that there's loads of people looking for jobs, there's a lot of organizations looking for your skill. So sell yourself.
Mr. Lara, thank you so much. It's been a great day to have you at this great moment. God bless you. Tayo Oyetayo says, do not limit yourself, push for more, don't stop at the certification. Look for training that helps you with practical advice. Get a coach or mentor, regardless of age. Be aware of your value position. Sister Tayo, hey, Sister Tayo, thank you so much. Continue to say that. Get a vision board that helps you get through all the things you need to do to get to your goals. Sister Linda says, Jacqueline says, surround yourself with people who support you. I love my Nigerian face red heart shape. Thank you, sister. Yeah. Tayo Oye Tayo says great and valuable tips. Oh, Sister Tayo is giving us a clap. Thank you so much, Sister Tayo. It's been a wonderful day to have all of you around. And Tani Ola says, thank you, Lara. Very informative. Ebre Sonoiki, I'm not sure if I've got it right. Great work, ladies. So proud of you, Lara. You are please, Leslie, you are killing it, sis. Heaven of teacher here. Thank you for spending your time with us. Take care and pray for us as you go to church. Jacqueline says Nigerians are great support to hey with the thumb up. Thanks for sharing these great job. Sister Lara, it has been a great day. Nearly to our time. I cannot stop thanking you for giving us all these tips how to transition from one country to the other, how the transition is from a lawyer to a project manager. You know what? A coach, a mentor. What else can I say about you? And availing yourself to be used, not by us, by the one who created you today, for bringing you right to Richmond Media and for accepting our invitation to share your love and your experience with everyone who is watching us from all over the world, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Uganda, from wherever, from USA, UK, Belgium, Netherlands, everywhere, all over the world. Everyone says, thank you, Sister Lara, for coming today. As we bring our program from the beginning, you will not get it from anywhere than from this radio station, right coming to you from Richmond Media. Please don't forget to like, share with others so that others will also benefit from what we have also benefited today. And don't forget to subscribe to Richmond Media. Sister Lara, what do you say to your loved ones at this moment?
Oh, thank you, Anna. It's been such a lovely time. I'm going to say to my loved ones and my family and friends, I value all of you. I love you guys so much, and thank you for doing life with me. You guys certainly inspire me and support me, so I wouldn't be where I am without you.
Thank you so much, Sister Lara, and thank you for family and friends. Sister Tayo Oyetayo says, strategies, evaluate yourself and hold yourself accountable. So don't forget, whatever you are doing in this world, don't forget to evaluate yourself. See that what you are doing, is it okay? Does it need any change? Do you need to change your attitude in order to achieve your goal? All these things contribute to a successful profession, as Sister Lara has given to them. My name is Hanna Bimah. You won't get it from anywhere but only from Richmond Media. Thank you for watching us from Richmond Media. At this moment, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to Sir Lincoln, who has been my supporter to bring this program, and our CEO of this program, to Sister Nana Phoebe. I say thank you for the opportunity to assail of this radio or this media. Assail, thank you so much for watching us. And to everyone watching us today, you know what? This program wouldn't have come on without you. We say Ayiko and always make it a point to watch us every Sunday, the same time, from the beginning, life experiences bringing to you right from Richmond Media. And to my Sechedimasi people, continue to watch us, Nana Foshia, NTBA number 2, and Nana and Chibuesako number 2, having the first Akwesi there on the throne at Sochedumase a week today on the 19th of March. Thank you for watching us, and God bless all of us.